Hey everybody, welcome to What's New in School for February 20th, 2026. Sean Tierney here, your instructor at the Automation School. And today I want to tell you what I've been working on this week that I think will impact most of you out there who are students in my PLC courses. So let me switch over so you can see my screen here. And what we got here, I'm on the home page. I'm in a private browser, so I'm not logged in or anything. But I want to show you the update I did. So I love filming lessons, but this week I spent a lot of time and behind the scenes inside the website updating it so that everybody who's enrolled in the level 1 and 2 or the extended courses, specifically PLC Basics, Micro 800, Nano Basics, Compact Logics, Compact Basics, and Control Logics PAC Basics, I have provided all of you a copy of the new course free of charge. And that took a lot of work behind the scenes, but I wanted to get that done. I also went in and made sure all the people who are under group enrollment had access to these courses. I also wanted to make sure that anybody who buys the new course, whether they buy the new course or the original course, that they're getting both courses. And so that took a lot of work behind the scenes. I had to do a lot of updating of pricing tables, of courses, of products, but I thought this was important, and I was going to wait until I had more of the new lessons out, but I felt like I had to get this done now because some of the things I'm doing requires me to review the lessons that are released before I add new lessons or renumber lessons, etc. So that is all done now. And you can see right here on, let's say, PLC Basics, or maybe we choose PAC Basics. You'll see that on the thumbnail for that course, you'll see there's this big red thing. It includes new 2026 course. And then you'll see here 2026 update at the very top. So people who maybe have not been around for a few months, when they come back, they know that. And then I put a link to the new course. Now, I don't have all the new lessons up in the new courses yet. Of course, I'll be filming this for the next several weeks, if not a few months. But in any case, whether you buy the new course or the original course, you're going to get both. And that's something I wanted to do on purpose because some of you have bought your course, you maybe took half of it, and then a couple years go by, you want to come back, and now a lot of things have changed, right? We talked about, and I added these lessons to the compact Control Logics and Compact Logics courses where we saw version 30 to version 31 of Studio 5000. That is a huge change there. So in any case, I've went ahead and did this. And so now everybody who's ever bought the original level 1, 2, or extended courses will have the new course, and you can start watching those new lessons as they start coming out. Now, part of this change, and it took longer than I thought it was going to take, but there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes I had to do, was coming up with new mega bundles and ultra bundles. And now I almost said ultimate. I actually retired the ultimate bundle and came up with a new ultra bundle. I figured, hey, since I'm redoing this, I might as well come up with a new bundle that includes even more courses, right? So I've released, so many courses since the ultimate bundle was first came out. So I call it the ultra bundle. I've tried to remove all references to ultimate bundle. I may have missed that. But again, if you have the ultimate bundle, nothing's changed for you. You still have all the courses you had then. But I wanted to include the new courses here. And some of the new courses, like I have 3 new Factory I/O courses for Micro Logics, Micro 800, and Control Logics. I also had a PLC Logics course, plus a new one that's coming in the future. And I wanted to include those. I also had a SLC 100 course, or really a quick start, and also had a DeviceNet lecture. So I wanted to put that all into a new bundle. And so that's now the Ultra course bundle. And so we have the Mega Bundle, which is pretty much the same. For the Mega Bundle, for new people to buy, I did remove some of the old legacy courses because I've even labeled those as legacy because I'm not going to support those anymore. They're still going to be on the site. People can take them if they bought them, but I'm not going to worry about updating them. It's just they're so old that most of the updates I do for the current courses we have won't be in the originals. Now, when it comes to like how to download RS Logics for free, that will get updated in like the first edition and the original PLC Basics. But as well as how to find your distributor today and all that. But some of the other things I'm adding to, these courses here won't get added to those, 14-year-old courses, 15-year-old courses, right? So in any case, so we have all these courses have been updated now. If you've already bought them, you have the new courses as well. If you buy them in the future, you'll get the new course. If anybody has like the level 1 only, the standard edition, just contact me. You get a coupon. You upgrade to the level 1 and 2 or the extended edition, and then you get the new course as well. So it's just a difference in price. If you bought the $50 course, you upgrade to the $100 course for $50, you'll get the new course completely free of charge. Okay. And so we have the new bundles as well. Now, as part of this, I still haven't, because I focus so much on the back end and getting that to work correctly, I still haven't uploaded. I have a ton of new lessons that I've uploaded to our Video Host Vimeo, right? And so those will be coming, new 1.0 lessons for all of these courses I'm talking about, the legacy ones, the original ones, and the new courses, explaining, like I had some people buy a course and they didn't realize that I had filmed it 5 years ago, and they thought it was brand new today for 2026, even though it doesn't say 2026 on it. And so sometimes they'll look at last time I've updated a lesson in the course and think the whole course was updated in January 2026. That's not true. So the new 1.0 lessons, which will be free to view for everybody, will have the exact date when it was created, as well as, talk about the different updates. And so that's one thing that's coming that'll probably end up happening on Monday. Now, I'm also going to be working today, actually, on a new unboxing for a Micro 820. So that's like the newest product I bought, so I could cover it in the new Micro 800 course. And so that unboxing will be coming to the new Micro 800 course. So anybody in the original courses, you'll see that. Of course, all the pricing, I've went through and updated all the pricing. So lesson 102 will be replaced in all of the courses. I'm actually replacing the lessons so that people who come back and say, hey, I thought I did that lesson, they'll see it's unchecked, so they'll know it's brand new. So you guys will see that as well. If you've completed everything, you may have to go through and check some of those boxes again, because I'm going to just replace them, because I want existing students to know that those lessons are completely new. They've been completely refilmed. And so we'll be adding the unboxing later today. And then next week, I have to seriously start filming some new lessons. My focus is going to be on the 2026 courses, lessons 103, 104. I want to get in there too. I know some of you already get into the digital twin. I really haven't done a separate lesson on that yet, as far as showing you how to set it up. So that's one of the big things I want to make sure I get done quickly. And so I have a whole bunch of lessons, 103s, 104s, and then the whole 2 section, right? Literature, architecture, and all that I want to start working on for the new courses. Of course, the original courses have sections like that, but I want to completely update them. You think about the logics, right? So control logics, we have an L8, we have an L9, right? So I want to make sure I cover those as well, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to give you that update today. And just so you know, if you have any questions on anything I'm talking about, you can always email me at support@theautomationschool.com. I'm also doing some more custom training for end users. I have one customer who wants me to do several days of training, 80% ladder logic, 20% structured text. They're coming in to do that. I also have, and they're coming in from 3 hours away. So the thing we're doing with them is we're going to start at 11 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. Because I own the company, we can shift the time and we can work late. We can come in early. We can do half days. So if you have any training, I did have somebody reach out to me this week and ask if I have any offices in the Midwest. I do not. Everything's right here in the Berkshires, 1 hour from Albany, New York. So in any case, that's the information's over at theautomationschool.com/live if you want to set up some in-person training. I also have people asking me, hey, can you do training over the web, like webinar-based training? For maybe we put, 7, 8 guys in a room and you cover one topic, over a 90-minute period. We can definitely do that. We do require that the customer sign a form saying they will not record it, because again, I can't afford to give all my training away for free. Then how do I pay the bills, right? But in any case, I don't think most people don't have a problem with that. So, happy to do that if that's something you need. I always ask the customer though, who needs a training, let me know the bullets you want me to cover, because I want to be successful in covering the topics you want me to cover. I also had people asking me, hey, can you come out to our event and talk about, because, I do the history of automation podcast as well as the automation podcast, and people ask me to come out and do talks, and I usually will do that. It doesn't cost a lot. You do have to cover my travel expenses and time, but it's not like we're charging $10,000 for an event. And, one of the things I do with vendors, if you watch the automation podcast, is if they want to pre-book a bunch of podcast episodes, we can do that as well at the event. So, in any case, kind of get it off the side there with non-training stuff. But I did want to give you this update, and if you're in the Micro 800 courses, look for that new unboxing to come out. I'm hoping today. And then you should all see new lessons coming out in the Allen Bradley PLC courses next week. A bunch of them are already filmed. and then I'll be adding new ones as soon as I can cut them. Trying to record them all as soon as possible. So in any case, I want to wish you all good health and happiness. Thank you for watching another What's New in School. And until next time, my friends, peace.